Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know we've been away for a while, but we are back. We're back at Ramesh's RK Performance, their new garage in their new location, and it is absolutely wonderful. And we're here with a new build and a new build video series. Yeah, so if you guys have been following my Honda EG6 K20 project, you know that we've got some exciting stuff. We always do some exciting stuff. If you haven't, watch the videos and check that out. That build is on the way. We're waiting for the EG6 to come back from painting into the new workshop, and then we're going to continue that. But while that is happening, we've got a new build project. And come on in, let me introduce you to my Nissan 350Z. All right, so if, like me, you were a 90s kid, you know that this was one of the hero cars of the time. The Nissan 350Z came out in 2002 and it was absolutely gorgeous. We all wanted one. Of course, Sri Lanka had about 4 or 5 cars at the time. This was one of the cars that originally came into the country. It's been in pretty good condition. I bought it about a couple of months back. It's still got 66,000 kilometers on the clock, and it's been very well used by the previous owners. It has a beautiful 3.5 litre V6 engine. We're going to take a look at that a little bit. And I mean, I didn't really have to do much. You know, the suspension had been done, the brakes had been done. I just got some new headlights in and gave it a cut and polish. It's still got the original paint. And yeah, I've been really enjoying this car, driving it around. It's brought me all those nostalgic memories of the 90s. But there was one thing that I didn't like about the car, and that was the fact that it's in an automatic. So in this build video, we're going to swap this car from an automatic to a manual gearbox. And that is something that I feel that is going to completely transform how the way this car drives and handles, and how I'm going to enjoy this car. So along with the gearbox swap, we're going to show you all the little things that need to go in an automatic to manual swap and how much detail has to be actually put into it. It's not just a case of kind of removing the gearbox and changing it over. And with that, we've got a few subtle engine upgrades. The idea is not to go too crazy, to give it like a OEM plus kind of update to bring it into the 2026, and that's something that a lot of manufacturers and a lot of builders are doing with their cars at the moment. And let's take a look at what we have planned for it. All right, so let's see what are the stuff that we've got lined up to fit into the 350Z. So obviously, the main thing we need is the manual gearbox. So this one I sourced from Malaysia, and thanks to Akila for getting it for me. It is a 350Z latest model. It's called the CD0009 gearbox, and some of the advantages in this gearbox is it has a triple brass cone synchro mesh, so it's longer lasting, changes gears faster, and has better ratios. So yeah, the gearbox was checked in Malaysia. It was opened up. I checked all the specs, all the backlash of the gear wheels. Everything was fine, and we've got it down. So the next part that we have to change, and this is not compulsory. A lot of people do the manual swap on the 350Z, but they don't change the rear diff. So this is the rear differential of the car. But one of the reasons that I wanted to change the rear diff was because the diff in the 350Z automatic that I have is an open differential. That means it does not have a limited slip differential at the back. So basically one wheel can spin and the other wheel won't. But once we have an LSD, which we do have an LSD in this diff, it helps both wheels to spin and gives it better handling, better opportunity to drift the car as well, and better launches. And also, another upgrade that this diff has is the differential ratio. So the 350Z or the Nissan R200 diffs, which represent this series, this style, came in 3.5, 3.7, 3.9, 4.1 and 4.3 ratios. So kind of getting the correct ratio to match what you want. If you want to build a turbo, you probably want a longer ratio. But since we are going with a normally aspirated build setup, we want slightly closer gears and a car that revs faster through the RPM range. So we've gone with a 3.9 diff ratio, 3.9 ratio in this differential. All right, so here we have the axles that will be going in. These were thanks to Wataru-san, my friend from Japan. He managed to get this stuff, and D Motorsports cleared it for me. We got some parts from a conversion in Japan. We've got the axles, we've got the clutch pump here, over here, right? So we've got the master clutch and the slave cylinder and the hard lines that go with it. So one of the advantages in getting these original OEM parts is that we can fit it into the firewall and it will look like this car originally came as a manual. There won't be any kind of lines that are out of place. There's a kind of bar here that goes for the gearbox, this one over there, right? And of course, most importantly, the clutch pedal, because obviously automatics do not have a clutch pedal, so we've got a clutch pedal to fit into that as well. Right, moving on over here, we have the clutch system and the release bearing. So this is the release bearing for the gearbox and the fork with the shifter and the prop shaft as well. Now the prop shaft, we're not sure whether it needs to be changed. We're going to kind of fit the gearbox and the differential and then see how that lines up. Over here we have an XCD lightened flywheel. We've got a stock XCD clutch and a stock XCD pressure plate. So one of the reasons we're going with stock is because I want to have the car to have a feel that I can drive it every day, you know, so it's not going to be too harsh on the road. All right, so here we have a new clutch pump because obviously I was not sure about the condition of the ones that came from the conversion in Japan. We've got a master clutch pump and the slave cylinder that goes as well. We've got an engine overall kit. So basically I got this kit down not because we're going to remove the heads or anything like that, but because it has all the tappet cover packings and all the seals and stuff like that. So we're going to use that when we're refreshing the engine. Starter motor over here, brand new one that goes into the gearbox. And now we come to the interesting performance bits. Check this out. CNC Innovations custom intake manifold from Malaysia in anodized red. It is absolutely gorgeous. When I saw it, I knew it was like one of the pieces that I must have for this car, because the manifold in the 350Z is kind of big and, you know, it's a bit ungainly, and this is not only going to give us performance, it's also going to clean up the engine bay a lot and give it a very fresh modern look. We've got a 75mm big bore throttle body. So this is kind of the OEM style. So it's a plug and play fixture from Z1 Motorsports, and I did get a lot of parts from Z1. I think they are one of the leading suppliers for Nissan Motorsports stuff. So with that, we've got the hose that fits in. We've got the manual ECU. We've got the water pump, a brand new water pump, and this is the upgraded oil pump. So this is the one that helps the VQ35DE engine rev about 200 to 300 RPM more than the oil pump that is there on the car. It will help with oil starvation. So that is a important upgrade because we're planning on revving this engine a little bit more as well. Over here, we have a billet short shifter. Yes, so now we've got the standard short shifter, but obviously this one is going to give us a nice short throw. It's got a switch so that we can engage reverse as well. So this is for the 350Z. Right, now a couple of cosmetic parts over here. This is a carbon fiber cooling panel that will fit above the radiator, and we have, let me just take this out kind of carefully, yeah, exhaust manifolds. Yeah, so with the intake manifold upgrade, we want to get some nice exhaust manifolds on it. I really like the sound of the car as it is. It's not too loud, it's not too quiet. So we're only going to replace the manifold. We're hoping to keep the cats and the downpipe and the rest of the pipes as it is. It's a slightly upgraded system. I think it's already been done. We don't want to make it too loud because we want that OEM plus friendly street drivability. So we're just going to change the manifolds. We're going to coat them with a ceramic wrap and heat shield them, and that will help engine heat coming into the engine, into the cabin as well. All right. Okay, so over here we've got some goodies. These are HKS Stage 1 268 10.5 camshafts that are going to go into the 350Z. So we've got 4 cams there because it's a V6, 2 inlet and 2 exhaust. Right? So those are the 4 cams. Over here we've got some boots. These are the ARP bolts that we need for the clutch plate and the flywheels, because obviously, you know, the automatic bolts do not fit, so we need specialized bolts to fit the clutch plate and the flywheel. So we got some ARP ones down as well. Up here we've got a carbon diffuser, rear diffuser. We've got the manual meter cluster panel, and that's different because there's actually a little dot there that works as a shift light with this standard 350Z. So we're going to see how we're going to make that work with the automatic harness and once we do the swap. Right, over here we've got a whole set of hoses to swap into the car because maybe some of the rubber hoses have, you know, perished a little bit. We've got a beautiful Z1 Motorsports, let me just take this out here, Z1 Motorsports. It's a cover for the front of the engine bay because, you know, obviously with the manifold going out, there's going to be a lot of exposed items there. We've got a new sump to fit to the bottom there, the bottom of the engine. Yeah, so that's a new sump. And moving on here, we've got a Z1 Motorsports oil catch tank. Yeah, so take that out. So it's going to fit that neatly in front, and it's going to help with circulation of the engine oil through the engine bay. Right. Over here we've got Z1 Motorsports a crankshaft pulley and another pulley. So these are lightweight pulleys, so they're going to help with acceleration and also clean up the engine bay and give it a nice look. Over here we've got an upgraded Walbro fuel pump and the fuel pump hanger to go with it. And up here we've got a cold air intake, so there's a couple of pipes and the filter over there as well. Oops. All right. So we're gonna put that back, and yeah, and obviously the pulleys, and we've got the heat shield over here. So that's the list of parts that we've got to fit into the 350Z. We bought the car to Ramesh's, and he's going to get cracking immediately and start dismantling everything. We're going to pull the whole engine out, and yeah, we're going to pull the engine out and then work around it and then get everything fitted in. Hari, අපි දැන් රමේෂ් අයියත් එක්ක ඉන්නේ RK Performance. Ramesh, good morning.
Good morning.
Ramesh, දැන් ඔයාගේ අලුත් ගරාජ් එක හරි ලස්සනයි. පොඩි challenges තිබ්බනේ. flooding එකට තමයි ලොකුම challenge එක තිබ්බේ. ඒත් දැන් ඔක්කොමලාගේ සහයෝගයෙන්, ඔයාගේ supporters ලාගේ, ඔයාගේ fans ලාගේ, ඔයාගේ car builds කරන කට්ටියගේ support එකෙන් මේක දැන් අපි හදාගෙන දැන්
යලි
දැන් full වැඩට දැන් බහලා තියෙන්නේ නේ. හරි. අපි පොඩක් ගිහලා බලමු රමේෂ් මොනවාද කොහමද මේ ගරාජ් එක සෙටප් කරලා තියෙන්නේ මොනවාද තියෙන්නේ මේකේ
මේක අයියා එන්ජින් රූම් එක මේ බැලුවේ එළිය දූවිලි අනම්මන තියෙන ඉඳ පොඩක් වෙනම AC එකයි කරලා එන්ජින් ටික බිල්ඩ් කරන්න.
ඔව් මේක හොඳයි තිසෝ. This room is basically now air conditioned, sealed, and as you can see we've got a 2JZ build underway. මේක අර මේ GT86 එකට යන එකද නැත්නම් cab. So we've got a Toyota Hilux with a 2JZ build project underway. So this is the 2JZ engine underway for that. If you guys had seen my Japan video, I saw a 2JZ build at Rocket Bunny, and Ramesh is kind of building something similar to that. So we've got the 2JZ build here, and over here we've got a bench to kind of build the engines. I have one of my Evo engines also waiting to be built. So මේක තමයි, this is the dedicated engine building room. So අපි ගිහලා බලමු වෙන මොනවද තියෙන්නේ.
මේකයි oil store එක. Oil ටික.
Oh. So there are a lot of all the oils that you need: engine oil, gearbox oil, brake oil. We've got all the oils ready here at RK Performance, so you can come and get all the oil changes done and stuff like that. We've got 3 hoists here, so cars can be lifted up and worked on as we speak. So let's go up and check. Ramesh, මේක ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න. මේක ඔයා මම හිතන්නේ මීට ඉස්සෙල්ලා සමහර ගරාජ් වල මම හොඳ টপ ගරාජස් වල පිට රටේ අපේ රටේ තියෙනවා. මේක dedicated wiring room එකක්. මේකේ කියන්න මොනවද කොහොමද කරන්නේ මොනවද තියෙන tools ටික මෙතන
අපේ තියෙන ගොඩක් අර මෝටර් ස්පෝර්ට් වයර් කරන්න තමයි ගොඩක් මේ කාමරේ අදලා තියෙන්නේ.
හරි. ඕකේ.
එතකොට අර එළියේ දූවිලි අනම්මන තේදි පොඩ අමාරුනේ වැඩ කරන්න.
ඔව් ඒක තමයි.
එහෙනම් වෙනම පොඩක් රූම් එකක් ඇදුවා මේ වයරින් ටිකට.
හරි.
එතකොට මේ ඒ සොකට් අනම්මන
ඔව් so මේකට තමයි කියන අර DTM socket එකනේ.
DTM socket.
DTM Haltech link ඔය ඊට පස්සේ wiring එක එළිය
ඔක්කොම මේක තමයි බිල් කරවරින්.
මෙතන දාලා අපි මොනවද පාවිච්චි කරන මේ after market issue එකට
after market issue මේ Haltech අනම්මන ඒවා තමයි ගොඩක් ඒවා.
හරි. එන අපිට ලේසින් වයරින් එක සෙට් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ.
සෙට් කරලා මෙතන ටෙස්ට් ෆිට් කරලා මේ ටෙස්ට් බෙන්ච් එකක් වගේ අර ඔක්කොම අදලා
ඕකේ
මේ ECU එක ගාලා දැන් අපි කාර් එකට ගහලම මේ බලන්න ඕනේ මේ වැඩ කරනවද කියලා මේක ඇවිල්ලා මේ ECU සිමියුලේටර් එක
right
මේ ඒ වාහනවල තියෙන ඔක්කොම මේකේ තියෙන ඒතර සිමියුලේට් කර බලන්න පුළුවන් අපිට මේ වයරින් එක මේ හදලා ඉවරලා අපිට කාර් එකටම දාන්න ඕනේ නැහැ ඔක්කොම මෙතනම සිමියුලේට් කරලා බලන්න
ඉතින් ඕන ECU එකක් standard ECU එකක් නැත්නම් after market
ඕන ECU එක සිමියුලේට් කරන්න
ඕන ECU එකක් සිමියුලේට් කරන්න පුළුවන්
සිමියුලේට් කරලා බලන්න පුළුවන් අපිට මේ වැඩද ඔක්කොම ඒතර RPA දැන් කාර් එකට දාලා අපිට ටෙස්ට් කරනවට වඩා ලේසි මේ සිමියුලේට් කරන්න මේකේ
ඒක නම් ලොකු ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් මම හිතන්නේ මේ අලුත් මේ පරණ කාර් අපි අලුත් වැඩියා කරනකොට මේ වයරින් පැත්ත තමයි ගොඩාක්ම ඉර වෙන්නේ
ගොඩාක් ඇතුළට දාගත්තම අමාරුයිනේ අපිට
අමාරුයි ඔව් ඒක තමයි
චෙක් කරන්න
ඔව්
ඒතර මේකේ ඔක්කොම සිමියුලේට් කරලා බලන්න පුළුවන්
right so that is a very important upgrade and we've got some ECU stuff here he has as well we've got some link performance stuff Haltech performance stuff and the other ECUs as well so that's the wiring room I think one of the most dedicated parts I think RK Performance and Ramesh specialize in wiring because when you upgrade an engine in the car or you want to go with the aftermarket ECU I think the wiring is very important so we've got a dedicated room here at RK Performance he's got a dedicated room to kind of focus on clean wiring so that once you do it you're not going to have problems with it in the future So guys, that's it for this episode. Join us on this journey and let's see how this swap goes. Also, if you want to feature your build on my channel, drop me a DM on my YouTube, Instagram or Facebook and I'll be happy to come and feature yours.